this out and see what I can pull off, if anything. So now I have to... Oh, there we go. Now it's loaded up on here. Okay. So the microphone sounds good. Okay. So the microphone sounds good. Don't want it to echo too much. Now what I also need is to make sure... Let's restart the game. So far, so good. So far, so good. So far, so good. It's getting an echo in there. Hold on a second. Okay, we sound good. Everything is good, sounds like. So once I get this, maybe later. Come on. All right, there we go. That's set up. Can move that down. Now, I've already played Final Fantasy VIII multiple times in my life. Oh, come on. Where's the... There we go. Just wanted to make sure that my my actual controller was working. Now the question is, which one's the accept button? Looks like the A button is. I don't have anything to load. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So memory card. What am I doing? Hold on. Nope. Let's cancel back out. Sorry. All right. I've got a... All right. So we're going to let the whole intro play. And what I'm here to do is to rename Squall's Ring. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that happens on like disc 3. And so we've got a little while before that happens. And so far, at the moment, I'm going to rename his ring Your Mom. Unless I get a better suggestion from the audience whenever I happen to get one. Get a little bit of my caffeinated, sugar-free drink mix. Ooh, while this is playing, I'm going to take a quick step to the refrigerator. Yeah! Dad noises, but I'm not a dad! Einstück. Arctic Lager. Tastes like an IPA. Which is why I don't like it. I'm just going to drink it anyway. I'm wearing my new NASA meatball shirt that I got in the mail like yesterday. Not ideal. What I do like, North Coast Brewing Co. The Berliner Weiss Tart Cherry. So good. I used to know all of this by heart. I could sing along with that, even though I knew nothing about what was being said. Yeah. That was a little early. 1999, man. 3 more years and this game will be 30 years old. That is not right. So a couple of things. Unless I get, feedback from audience at any given point, which I'm not likely to have because I don't really have any followers. I'm just going to name everybody their names that they're going to have. Again, unless I get feedback from somebody else saying, hey, you should name them this. One of the things I'm also going to do is effectively, I'm going to be, going through the walkthrough. Like, I'm basically going to cheat at the seed testing so I can get the highest ranking of seed. But I'm also going to try to do like the Ifrit Cave and the Galbadia mission. I'm going to try to get those things to the best of my ability. Like, I don't want to get... So I can't run away from any battles. And in order to not run away from any of the robot battles, you have to take very specific precautions. Like, you have to run at certain points and walk at other times. I'm also going to try to take maybe a couple of pages from the speedrunner walkthroughs so that I can get like the Quistis card early. I am using an emulator, so I can just, kind of reset without problem. This way, it's just like I can kind of like streamline the process from getting to point A to point B to point C. Because there are moments in this game where I'm like, ugh, this moment, I really don't want to do it. I have that face. I have Quistis's face. Quistis, who I used to have like the super hots for. Like, I've done some shameful things while watching this game. When I was younger, anyway. I won't be doing that ever again. I have other things to be shameful about. Yeah, I'm just pressing down on the D-pad, or on the, not even on the D-pad, on the analog stick. And it's just jittering all over the place. I'm more complex than you think. Then tell me. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm never going to do that. I'm not going to say anything out loud about anything in my brain. Oh, come on. It's none of your business. And then now I don't actually have to walk, I don't believe, because this is all just FMV stuff. And then you get a nice little shot of, courtyards, and then it'll zoom out to seeing the whole thing. And why is the bell ringing? I don't fucking know. The music, though, man, it just takes me back. The main reason I decided to replay this is because I was thinking of not only the Balam music, but also the Blue Fields music, which is the exterior world music in most cases. Got to be in top condition. Any questions? Nope. Oh, and Seifer. Do not injure your partner while training. Be careful from now on. Well, now they both have scars on their face, so whatever. And also, all he does is just slam the desk. He doesn't have anything to fucking say. Like, seriously, nothing? Hold on, let me check something real quick. I just want to make sure. Okay. The game does not have a super high volume. I'll keep it that way until someone says otherwise, and so far I'm the only one viewing, so yeah, I know. But Seifer, and then he doesn't say anything because he's keeping things to himself. Yeah, actually, he does have a really good excuse. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. And we'll worry about all that stuff later. I mean, there's some lore that you can go into it, and you can see like Selfie's little. Oh shit! I forgot. I need to. What the hell are the controls right now? I still don't know what the hell. Customize. So talk and confirm. Walk. Film. Menu. Okay. I'm gonna turn the camera movement all the way down. Vibration function on. All right. Now, one thing I need to check with. Let's see if I wanted to save. I don't remember what the hell the damn save state button is. Hold on. I gotta go into my. Let's see if this will show what all my stuff is. Hotkeys. We'll see in a second. Load save is F2, load is F1. Okay. So load or save. See, that's where I'm gonna get myself. Okay, that's right, I'm auto running. And I've got the Over and over. Oh no, this place is so much bigger than my last garden. We won't know because the next time we see it, spoilers, it's gone. Yes, this is not going to be a spoiler-free run for anybody. Don't have the time. Sorry. I got to go play card games and potentially lose. Bye. I do like the fact that it's on auto run. Yeah, give me the cards. Alright. Yeah, I know. Alrighty, cool. So, now I can go ahead and go to the cafeteria, and the easiest way to do that, which somehow I didn't know for like 25 fucking years. So first I'm gonna save just for the sake of it. Yep. Save. 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 And now we come over here to the actual... Oh, come on. I didn't realize this was a fucking fast travel. For I don't know how many years. I really don't remember how long. Or like how... It's relatively recent. Like, I want to say within the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years? I don't care. I mean, I do, but... Now I have to save. We're gonna save here. Yep. Can't remember. I know I need these two. Yeah. So she's got it. I can't win against her, so let's see. Do 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 do. Okay. Now I can win against you. You can win against that twice. Okay. Nerd. Son of a fuck. Shitbag. Alright, I need to try that again. Alright. I don't remember what cards you have to put. Okay, those look a little bit easier to beat. So, although you didn't fucking play Quistis, that's no fun. Well. Come on, player. Alright, there we go. Now, you can capture that multiple times. Fuck it. Yeah. Shit. Shit. Did I fuck myself? Pretty sure I did. God damn it all to hell. Well, I'll be here a moment. I'm terrible at this. Like, if I had actual good cards, you know, it'd be good. It would be different. Oof, that's nasty. I think I'm gonna... I will tell you one thing. Me playing... It might be better. Oof. Still pretty fucking nasty. Can take it with nothing. I'll put it over here. Okay. Son of a fuck. And I can't take it back either. Shit. Alright. God damn it. Fuck. Why am I so bad at this? Ah, shit, man. Well, that's no bueno. That's not happening. I just hope it doesn't break the fucking... Because, like, there are times where if I have to do this frequently, it'll bless the, It'll screw with the actual... God damn it, it's another good set of hands. And you're not playing what I want you to play either. Shit. All of my lefts other than that one are fucked, so... Fuck it. Let's play Quistis. Can't take that, fortunately. I can't take that, though. Shit. He could take it with the Buell. I mean, he could take either one of these, so... Fuck it. The problem that I've just now realized that I've done to myself is I'm not even playing the game right. Shit. I might have to go back and check the goddamn speedrunners. Just to see what they... Fucking hell with these cards! Hang on a second. I'm gonna... Oh my god. FF8. I just need to see what the hell they played. Oh, come on. We gotta go back a little bit. Nope, not far enough. Come on. So what do you have? You have Fungar. Yeah, I'm using that exact and
easy first try every time.
So our cards that we have right now are really trashed here. You can tell by the numbers are all really low. But basically we...
Whoa, holy crap. So... let's see. And we want Gizar, Fungar. What do they have? Gala. Okay. That's very similar, but not what I want. So what did they do? Well, they got a good run. So let me see if I can pull that off. Screw it. I just want to see. Like, in a way, I'm trying to speed run, but also I'm not really trying to speed run. What I'm trying to do is effectively follow this speed run. Oops, I fucked up. Although, son of a bitch. Alright, I can get it back. They can steal it. I mean, I can steal that. Of course. Son of a bitch. Because if no matter what I play, they're probably gonna play Quistis. So if I do this, oh, son of a bitch. Damn it! Because they didn't play her. They didn't have that, and they didn't play her. I don't know what the fuck. So we'll see. I know this is thrilling. Okay, they go first. Okay, so now it looks like I'm getting the exact hand that they've got. So I just play Fungar, and I play him here. Oops, bumped the mic. Do that. That's what they do there, right? Yep. Easy. And I play Gala. Alright. Is that what they do? With the Anacondar?
So our cards that we have right now are really trashed.
So they play that, and I play the fish? Yeah, okay. Interesting. They play that, and I assume I play that, and then I win. Yay! It worked! Alright. And nobody's here to witness my victory. They play me again, okay. Alright, not at the moment. We're going to save you. Alright, now we're going to head off to the Fire Cavern. Now, I'm going to play it the way that I would normally play it in the Fire Cavern, which is to say, I'm going to kind of take my time, but I'm also going to set it for 10 minutes. All right, so now we got to run out here. I always forget how long this place is. I mean, this is why, like, I was so upset when I finally learned of the fast travel system. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. I did all of that for nothing? Did all that running around this fucking place for nothing? And it's possible that I even screwed up just now, and then I could have fast traveled to this. Front gate. Like, again, I really wish I'd known. I do not want the tutorial. I know how it works. Although I think it's forced on you, so... Again, naming everything the way they're going to be named. Yeah, I'm aware. Okay, that's the pause button. Oh. You can just hit the cancel button. I was unaware. Cool. Yeah, we'll do all that. Literally outside. Actually, I don't think I was hearing. Oops. Let's go ahead and junction now. Quistis, I always give her Shiva. I don't know why. I don't have any. So we have magic. Actually, we're not gonna give. Oops, I forgot. I'm not gonna give her the draw ability or the GF ability just yet. And then Squall. I'm gonna give. I can't remember if I'm. This is how I usually do it. Draw magic items. So. Okay, now we also need him to learn card. And what does she need to learn? I can't remember. Let me see what these guys do in
Here, you can tell by
GDQ. Oh, we didn't even get to there. Let's see. Come on. Jesus. I mean, it is a 9-hour-long video that I'm scrubbing through. Let me see here real quick, like, what do? You run into there. He runs away from the fight. Okay. Now, what are the menu? Where's the menu? Okay, here we go. He's menuing. Draw item. Same with me. Although he switched it because you don't use the GF. Let's see. Item. Again, just turn a card. She learns ice magic. Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't certain. Okay, cool. And I'm doing it before the countdown. Although I probably could have done it during the countdown, but whatever. Now I want to get into a fight with a cactuar. Or whatever the hell it's called. Not a cactuar, caterpillar. We'll kill one bug just to get it out of the way. Squall, do you still remember? The R1 is the trigger. Oh yeah, I know. I'm aware. Renzo cooking. Do. But now we're not gonna. Oh wait, we are gonna use it. Cause I gotta kill one of these bugs first. Hold on. Okay, now stock. Crap, do I have it on memory? I don't remember. That's probably scan. Cure. That helps. I don't have it on memory. Shit. Okay, so we'll just kill and get out of here, and then I'll change that. Cause I want to at least, like... Because one of the things I will be doing is, and I said it before, I believe, is that I'm going to be trying to draw everything. Especially once they have, like... I don't know what he has, though, so let's just... I think it's fire and scan. So we'll at least do that. Taking a drink of this. All right. Not an ideal beer for me. Whoops, I didn't time it right. Oh well, not like it matters. All right, now I need to go back into the configurations and save it to She can learn Earth Ultra Waves. Already, let's do that. Okay, so config controller memory. That's what I forgot to do. Scan once. Alright, then we can save. I have a version of this game where it's not on here. It's on my old computer that literally will not turn on anymore. I was having some issues with my setup, and I was like, "What's going on?" I was, "Shit, is it a fucking T-Rex?" Yeah, it is. Let's get the fuck out of here. Can't deal with that just yet. Kill my ass. I don't have sleep yet. Literally, the best way to kill T-Rex is once you have enough magic to be able to cast sleep. Like if you have stock 100 sleep and you can junction status effects to your attack, then you can just attack him over, and this is ideal too, because then it's only him. All I have to just draw everything. We're just gonna draw like a motherfucker. All right. So now I'm just gonna hold it down. I tried to make this little button be my turbo button. It was gonna be for my boost because I'm like, I don't want to fucking bust my arm trying to boost like I used to, but whatever. I might have to make battle commands faster. But yeah, it was like I was having issues with the setup and everything, and it took me almost an hour to get everything set up, and I was like, I wanted to check the other computer to see what all my setup stuff was, to see if it even worked, because there was a point where when I tried using this controller, if I used that, it's known as the share button, if I used the share button, it caused all kinds of stupid shit to happen, and so I had to basically go into the registry editor and delete some shit or whatever. I don't even remember what I had to do specifically. I just remember having to do way too much crap to make it to where that button doesn't do anything. The problem is now it seems like it doesn't register at all. And it's like, well, okay, whatever. It is what it is, I guess. I'm gonna just try to choke this. Ooh. So where I went to go get that beer and the other one, the North Coast beers, it's the same. It was the same place, of course, but like, it seems like it's more of a specialty type beer store where it's like, hey, we have imports and shit like that. Because a lot of places, like if I went to the grocery store, which by the way, I'm allowed to do here in California, because hell yeah, you can buy beer, but you're not going to be able to find everything. You're mostly going to find domestics and like popular imports like Modelo and Corona and stuff like that. Occasionally you'll get locals, which is good because Los Angeles has a big brewery scene. And you'll get like, you know, regional. I think Lagunitas, I think is a local, but I honestly can't remember. And so you get limited beers at places like grocery stores and even liquor stores, because liquor stores are really small. Like there's a corner store right down the street. Actually, I think the corner store doesn't sell liquor because I think with liquor licenses you have to basically close, especially if you're, because I know what, like when it comes to general liquor licenses and stuff, it's the amount of money that you get in percentage that is alcohol sales. So like a bar, you know, like a bar or versus a restaurant that sells alcohol. The restaurant needs to be able to make more money on the food than they do on the liquor, because otherwise they're classified as a bar, and if they're classified as a bar, then like kids can't show up, stuff like that. And you know, like the ability to host certain things because of kid-friendly things, so on and so forth. So and it like varies by state, obviously, and there's so many rules when it comes to the sale of liquor and beer and wine and all that kind of stuff, right? So in California, you can go to the grocery store, you can go to the corner store, you can go to the 7-Eleven, and you can buy beer and wine. But also at but you can also buy liquor at grocery stores too. Like I can go to the Ralph's, or I can go to the Smart and Final, or I can go to the Target, and I can buy bottles of rum. Now, some Smart and Finals don't sell them because one, Smart and Final is more of a like not Walmart bulk store that's intended to be kind of like a non-wholesale but kind of wholesale type shop. So like for instance, let's say you run a small business, but you don't need to buy things in such a bulk that like Costco provides or Restaurant Depot provides. Smart and Final is a good step down from that. It's going to be slightly more expensive, and let's say like per item, like I have, you might be able to see it from here, but like I have a ladle that I bought for like $6.50 or something, right? And it's like a stamped metal ladle. You know, it's nothing, you know, it's not really all that fantastical or anything. And I have, you know, a serving spoon and a slotted spoon as well, that I bought there because they're useful for what they are and for their prices and everything. But they're also not the greatest quality, but it is what it is in that regard. So Smart and Final is a good spot, but generally speaking, Smart and Final aren't large stores, and so you're not likely to find everything. You're going to find a lot of staples, and you're going to find, you know, sometimes you're going to find some good, you know, like sort of specialty type stuffs. Let's go ahead and cure cast. Might as well do it for both. Keep them both alive while I'm stocking up, because now I have 100 Thunders, and I'm working on the cure stocks right now as well. So Smart and Final normally doesn't sell liquor, but they do usually sell beer and wine. All right. Oops, wrong one. Cure stock. Draw cure stock. I mean, they're missing some health, but it's whatever. And their bulk prices aren't as good as, let's say, Costco, for instance, right? So, like, these mixed nuts that I have were purchased via Costco through the Instacart app because I don't have a Costco account, which is great because then it's just like, oh, okay, they can use their account and then use my food stamp card and get me some, you know, mixed nuts for cheaper than anywhere else, basically. And, you know, kind of take this back to where, you know, I was originally having this, why I was talking about this in the first place. Because most grocery stores and most places that sell beer and wine aren't going to have your sort of niche beers, especially your more niche import beers. You got to find, you know, a place that is specifically intended for that. So like more, not so much necessarily the chain liquor stores, although sometimes they can. I worked for Bevmo for a season, and it was terrible because I happened to work the day that that asshole was originally voted in 2016, and as the day progressed, more and more people started buying more and more booze. But yeah, and so in places like that, you can find more. Where I had to go is called Ramirez Liquor, I believe. It was like bigger than I expected, for one. Like on the outside, it kind of looks like a relatively, like maybe a small warehouse or whatever. But you go inside, that fucker is filled. And like, the only reason I knew to go there is because on both websites, it told me that that was the place I could go. And I was like, oh, okay. Like now but the thing was, and the reason I got this specific beer, this specific Einstök, is because I'm going to Iceland. I wanted to try out an Iceland beer before I went. just in case there might be something I find that, hey, this tastes pretty good. I'll get it while I'm in Iceland or whatever. But I also know that when I'm in Iceland, because I'm going for the eclipse, I also know what not to get. Problem is like both of those beers, like this was a 4-pack, right? Really good, but both of them were roughly $12 per pack. This was a 6-pack. I'm gonna just down the last of this, while not losing my headphones. All right, done with that. Let's go ahead and cure. Whoop. Cast that a couple of times. And so, you know, I don't regret buying it because I'm like, whatever, you know, what was I going to do? Fucking not drink it? But it's quite bitter. It's quite hoppy. I'm not a hoppy person. I'm not a happy person either. I am a depressed man. Peanut M&Ms. Not my favorite, but I can't buy almond M&Ms in the bulk size that I like. Last set of cures, and then I'll continue stocking. Nice heal. My AC is on. I am wearing minimal clothes because normally I don't wear any. And I'm feeling it. Alright, we're gonna stock now. Okay. So yeah, nice place to go to, but I went really late. Like, I got there about 15 minutes before they closed. Felt guilty the whole time, was really trying hard to find. I was like scanning really super fucking hard. Hey, at least my eyesight works. That's one blessing, I suppose. Because like finding both of them felt like finding, like when I found them, it was as if I had found the needle in a haystack. I was like, fuck yes, I got it. Yes, let's go. And so now I want to go back to check to see what other Einstök beers they have, to see if they have any other options. Like there's supposed to be like a white, because this one is the Arctic Lager. I think there's like a white ale that they have. Oh shit. Well, I guess we can just cast thunder on your ass and see what happens. I love seeing... Oh my god, his magic damage is shit. Alright, well, that'll give me... Oh. So she's good. Alright, time to attack. Alright, we're good to go. So yeah, I want to try some more of that because... Oh, it does say hoppy lager on it. I just now noticed that. I'm a little sad that I only just now read it. Well, there's part of my eyesight that's not there. That's more the ADD, I think, the ADHD than anything else. So now I'm just gonna head straight into the fire cavern. I'm not gonna worry about any other fire anywhere else. Also, I can use the ultra waves with Quistis. But yeah, I want to go there like on a day where it's not as, you know, Quistis learned. Alright. Oh yeah, we need to save too. Oh, and I need to change, I think, battle command, something like that. Battle messages. Alright. We'll see. Just head right in here. She's gonna have something to say. Then I should just be able to cancel, I think. Yeah, good. Yeah, I know how. Oh! Yeah, I already know how. Speaking of junctioning and shit, can you junction anything? Magic. The only thing you can do is junction spirit. Alright, fine. magic, thunder. You'll notice his hit rating is 255%. He basically never misses. But he will. This is one thing that I didn't really truly understand for a really long time. Squall will never crit on his own. Ever. He does not have passive crit ability. The only way to crit is to hit the trigger. That is the only way he will critical. Which I think is interesting. I was never aware of the fact, so that's cool. So the way that I have it set, Quistis should not be using Cure, essentially. I mean, I don't think it's gonna matter. I believe Ifrit has both. Whatever. Just kidding. Try to keep you relaxed. That's all. Alright. I know there's a draw point over here somewhere. Then do a fight, of course. And then I can also draw from these guys too. And I don't think I can get drained just yet. So just kill one of these bastards. Thunder and scan off of both. Interesting. I can't remember. Alright, well, fuck it. We'll just kill them both. Yeah, I know I couldn't get Drain off of them yet. Drain happens later on in the game. Well, not technically later on. The way that this game works is a little different. So... it's over here. Here? Yeah. What do we got? Fire! Squall has the highest magic. 14 fire. And that's the reason why you always have high magic on a character. So when you do start drawing, you start getting more. Okay. Bombs. Let's get rid of one of the bombs at least. Elemental monster. Use an ice attack for these. I don't have ice. So it's not going to matter. Let me see what happens with draw. Well. Alright, one bomb. Nope, never mind. Not down. At least, you know, they're giving me the ability to take my time and, you know, count it down and all that shit. So once you get into the fight with Ifrit for at about, like, I want to say 5 minutes, you're pretty good. There we go. Now he's dead. And the reason I'm trying to, like, do things a very specific way, and even if, like, I'm going to go more or less ham on Ifrit when I get to him, but, like, once you get to a point, like, as long as you, when you reach 30 seconds on your countdown, shit, I fucked up the trigger roll. Once you reach 30 seconds on your countdown, you know, it's a lot easier. Well, you get a higher potential, you get a higher score on your seed rank later on. All right, where are we at? I think he's in the next. Oh, comes another one. I wonder if it's a Buell. Yeah. You got... I'm not going to be able to draw everything. I don't remember what it has. Blizzard. Okay, that'll be good. Alright, so now I'm just going to draw a cast. See what happens. Because all of them should be hurt by ice. Well, never fucking mind. Let me see what happens when you do it. I mean, they all live in a fire cavern. Shouldn't they all be hurt by fire, but they don't get hurt enough, so... Oh well. And like I said, once you start the fight at 5, it's basically safe bet. It's not to say that you have to start by 5, it's just that it's a good safe bet. Anyway. Alright, come on. Okay. Shouldn't be getting in any more fights here. Other than the one with Ifrit. So I was right. You and Seifer are in a class of your own. You both have amazing strength and potential. Okay, is it? Are you ready? I have to be. I got 4 minutes left. The thing is, you have to beat him before the time's up. If you don't, then it screws with your score. I'm pretty sure he has cures I can draw. Yeah. So we'll just do magic. Blizzard. Magic. Blizzard. See what happens. 74. $94. Very nice. Let's see what she does for straight damage. Okay, she should definitely maybe hit him with the ice more. It's fine. The amount of blizzard that I have should be enough to kill him off with time. So we'll see. Impudent humans! Alright, not bad. Nowhere near as good as the Final Fantasy VII boss music, but still a banger. Alright, so I've got a minute left, or 2 minutes left, that I need to be able to finish him off so that I can successfully... not bad for... Okay. Oh shit, I thought it was done. I got a timer set now. So, like, if I do in fact beat him with time to spare, which may or may not happen, I don't know. And if I don't beat him, whatever. I can still fiddle with my score and all that shit. Still got a minute. And is the animation on that taking a while? Yeah, but it's... Okay, there we go. So now I don't know if I'm going to know what the timing is. So I won, no problem, right? Got his card. All right, ice magic. Now, I have to wait for 30 more seconds. Because the thing is that it's about finishing and getting the actual GF, summon. And so you have to do it with 30 seconds or less remaining on your countdown. And the whole thing is still counting down right now. So I have like basically now and for another 25 seconds roughly to be able to take this. So now I'm going to give myself, now we're going to go. All right, now it should be fine. It doesn't matter anymore at this point. Okay, cool. Good deal. A lot of fire, blah, blah, blah. All right. So if you'll notice, the timer's not ticking down. It's not counting. All you have to do is beat him and get the GF for it to count. And I'm curious, since it doesn't... Oh, it is... Okay, it's empty. I couldn't tell if it was empty or not. That's one of the problems that I have with the draw points that are like scattered everywhere, is like I don't ever really know if they're empty half the time, because they're kind of like a pinkish. Let's stock you up. They're pink, and that pink isn't great for me. Like, let's see. Here we go. I had to switch out of the app on my phone. I'm gonna wait real quick. All right, let me grab another drink. Sorry about my gut. All right. I have a bottle opener on my keys. See, that is just refreshing. Oh, and it's just tart enough too. Is this a sour cherry? Well, tart cherry rather. Northwest Coast Brewing, Berliner Weiss, tart cherry beer. It's refreshing. This is not for children. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just now finished up with Ifrit. And so now it's just kind of like, let's dick around for a little bit. One of the things I often will do is I'll try to get my third party member and then go like draw crazy. That way I can get like, that way like I got 3 people drawing all the time over and over and over and over again without any problems. But right now I'm just now finishing this up. We'll see what happens later on. I don't care. With the score, that is. The score is what it is. And then later on, also, after you get your seed grade, I have to take the headphone off one ear so that I don't like talk like crazy loud. It's almost 2 a.m. here, and I'll be up for another 2 hours or more. Oh shit. Okay. Well, let's switch over to Quistis. And let's cure with you, since you don't have any, since you're not doing anything about that. Because then, like, what I like to do is part of the seed grade is successfully killing the robot. There's only one. There's 2, I think, actually. There's 2 moments where you can actually kill the robot, and it's not in the first fight. The first fight, it's not possible. You have to run away from that first fight every time. you cannot continue the game. Nothing happens. He just continues to regenerate. But there's 2 later moments where you can kill the robot. And what I like to do is, first of all, have Quetzalcoatl like maxed out if possible. At the very least, like on his like summon magic, because then I can do like boosts and stuff and fucking wrecks his ass, and it kills him nice and fast. And the thing about killing the spider is, I think the first time you can technically kill him is on the bridge. So like when you're running, he'll jump over you and then run back at you. Oh, she's good too. Cool. You can kill him there on that bridge, and that's when I try to do it. If you run away from him more than once, it will negatively affect your seed grade. So it's like you have to know specifically how to avoid him up to that point. And then you can actively kill him and actually kill him. And one of the best ways to do it is to have a maxed out Quetzalcoatl for the fight. At least, you know, maxing out all of his summon magic damage options. And one of the ways also to ensure that you do a lot of damage with him and you do it quickly, I'm gonna draw some blizzard from this guy, is the more often you use a GF, the faster it starts to summon over time, right? So, because in this game they incorporate the idea of like affinities, so the more often you use it, the faster it'll summon. And then like, I think at one point, and then, you know, once you get it fast enough, it's like 1 or 2 seconds before it fucking, it's fast. Like you summon it and it's like, all right, I'm ready. And so it's like, okay, how do I do that? Well, part of getting him up, getting his summon magic damage up, is getting more AP, and then also using him more frequently in battles. Well, there just so happens to be a point where, and it's after this, I can literally go after, I can go to it in a second. There are these fish that are in the sand, like on the beach. You run up and down the beach, and they're called Fastip Cocalin or whatever the fuck it is. They are one. What's the word I'm looking for? They are not immune. It's the other word. They're vulnerable. They're vulnerable to thunder magic, lightning. Well, Quetzalcoatl is lightning. And so, but they also, each one of them gives you 3 AP. Sometimes you get into a fight with 3 of them, so you get 9 AP. Some of the abilities are only like 20 AP that you need to get. So, you kill those guys a few times with Quetzalcoatl over and over and over again. You increase your affinity with Quetzalcoatl in the process. You get a shit ton of AP, and it continues to happen faster and faster, and so it starts to kind of build. The last level, though, is like 120 AP, so it takes a while. So you have to be willing to like grind it out for that. And I might do that on stream. I don't know. It won't be happening anytime soon. But it could also happen relatively soon, now that I think about it. Like within 30 minutes to an hour, it could get to that point. Not exactly sure. It's been a while. But yeah, I mean, like, that the way that I'm playing it, the reason I'm playing it this way is because while I know, like, the GDQ, because I'm using the GDQ guys as kind of like a side guide, and they'll give you all kinds of, like, I have Quistis's card already. Later on, I'm going to start carding things so that I can, you know, start, like, refining. because, you know, once you get the card refine ability, and you get the card ability, you get the card refine ability, you start killing everything with cards, you can do all kinds of crazy shit. And you can, like, boost yourself crazy fast. And then, like, once you refine cards, you can refine Quistis. And I think she gives you, like, triples or some shit. Or, like, accelerators. I remember. Whatever it is, I know that there's one where, and it might be Quistis, where you turn the card into, like, 100 of a specific item. And that item can then be turned into, like, anywhere between, I think, 3 or 10 of some of the best spells in the game. It's something nuts like that. There's a reason why, like, the speedrun community, when they do this, they go the card route all the time, because you can get insane shit on disc 1. It's nuts. And I'm gonna kind of sort of use that. I'm still gonna go about it this way because I kind of want to play the game the way that I play the game. But at the same time, you know, I'm still going to kind of like semi-cheat, so to speak. I'm not going to use cheats. Oop. No space. Well. Oh, come on, dude. Ow! Let's go ahead and cure. Since his cure isn't connected to anything. Her cure is, that's why I don't want to use it. Also, she's not done drawing. No, never mind, she is. Smack. And later on, like, there's the whole refining process that goes on in this game. You can get, like, one of the most powerful abilities for her via her blue magic limit break, and it's only used by one boss, and it's like, well, it is associated with what I'm talking about in the ring naming situation. It's one of the final bosses. Because, like, the final boss against Ultimecia is, like, 4 fights. And one of those fights, if you try to use junctions, she literally deletes them. It's just like, dead. It doesn't matter how much life it has. She just zaps you, and it dies. For the amount of health that it has. It's crazy. I love it. Also, the fight, the battle music is insane. I am considering fighting Ultima or Omega Weapon. I will probably have to do the end in order to do it, because the only way I've ever been able to fight Omega Weapon, like just straight up fight him, is with cheats. Because he's hard. Like, nigh impossible, because the heroes in the Holy Wars that grant invincibility in this game, they don't last that long. They last like maybe 3 turns tops, and it's not even that. It literally is a countdown timer type situation. It only lasts like maybe a minute, and so you're screwed. Like, if he just wipes you, which is super easy to do. He's got an ability, just like so many other bosses have, where everybody is knocked down to 1 health. He's fast, which is also a problem. Because he'll do an attack, and then he'll do another attack right after that. He don't wait. So I'm going to kill one of these, and then I'm going to draw a scan from it. Now, see, one of the things that I can also do, which I do like about this game, is when you get a third party member, if you're full up on all the magic, you can just split it, and then when you go back out into the field, you can draw all the whatevers you want from them, but like relatively faster. It's pretty cool. Ah, shit, that wasn't what I was supposed to do. Damn it. Fuck. These guys are pretty easy to kill too, so only take like 2 hits. So that put me at a bit of a disadvantage. But what I can do next turn is to even it out. We're going to stock. And with Squall, I'm going to cast Heal on her. So we'll just do that right now. That way, they're kind of sort of even on their timings. And I don't feel like an idiot. All right, now I can hold down the button and keep talking. This is actually a suggestion that, because there was a point when I was watching a lot of TikTok, and I would see like a lot of lives, and a lot of people were playing Final Fantasy series games because like they were on sale, I think, and so, you know, trends were just like kind of popping off and stuff. And I was just like, I actually made a video and I was like, hey guys, if you are a video game creator and you're playing Final Fantasy VIII, one way that you can do it to make the game kind of like go by faster while doing some of the more tedious stuff like drawing, because if you don't draw, you're handicapping yourself. Now, unless of course you go about going the card refine situation, which I'm gonna try because I've never really done it. And after I do this stream, I'm gonna, you know, research some more on it and whatnot, and, you know, just kind of like do a little bit of pre-production, so to speak. And so one of the things you can do is just do what I'm doing. You keep it on memory. You just hold the button down and you have conversation with the people who might be there. If anybody happens to have any communications with you, that's cool. But, you know. What the? Oh, okay. So anywho, I was just like, what the hell is going on? Am I there? I see there's a secondary streamer or viewer. I don't know who you happen to be. Thanks for joining the chat room. Let me check OBS real quick. No, it doesn't say anything, so I don't know. Oh well, tis what it is. But yeah, I mean, I've played this game enough that, like, why am I doing it? I don't fucking know. Because I wanna. Squall's ring name, your mom. What is it actually going to end up being? I don't know. But why am I naming it that? That's a really good question, isn't it? Why would I title not only the actual title name, I think it's going to be up there, of the stream, but also have it located right below me where it's just kind of on screen the whole time? And then when does that happen? Well, it happens, I believe, right at the start-ish of the third disc, if I'm not mistaken, because like the first disc is all the way up until the mission in Galbadia, I believe it is. Not the seed mission. The seed mission is going to happen very soon. It's like the first thing. And then once you're done with that, that's when it really kind of opens up for you, but not a lot. Then the next seed mission is you go into, and it's like, you go meet with the general, and then like you have basically an assassination plot, and you get another character that joins the team, and then at the end of the assassination plot is when the end of the first disc happens. The second disc happens. There's all kinds of crazy shit that happens there. But in a way, it's kind of boring. Like, the beginning of the second disc is probably my least favorite part of this entire game. Especially, like, the mission aspects of it are not my favorite. It's very long and drawn out. And so, in order for me to do that, I have to make sure that not only do I have the Diablos summon, but I also have to make sure that I have successfully gotten his encounter none taken care of. Because it's the only way I can deal with the beginning of the second disc. Kablamo! Got that critical in. Hell yeah. And this is not a spoiler-free playthrough. So I'm just gonna allude to things at the moment until I decide otherwise. Come on. All right. And there's one thing that one habit that I've basically had to like kick into gear. It's like now I'm basically done. Now, what I could do... Oh, hold on a second. I could have gone the other way. Hold on, it's a camera movement. Okay, interesting. I thought with the right stick... Huh. I could have swore with the right stick I could turn this camera. I guess not. Alright, well... Now, I could go there, but I'm not gonna. That's the actual city of Balam. Because what I want to do is I want to get my third party member. And I'm not sure what the next step is regarding the sort of GDQ kind of speed run situation. I'll have to look into that. This is something you have to watch out for. Yeah, I know. Don't let it die. GF tutorial. Bye-bye. Now change into your uniform and assemble at the 1F lobby. Because we gotta go kill shit. Because what are we? We're not students. We're mercenaries. What we got? Cure? Why not? Wait, how many does he have left then? So... Oh, he's got 100 now. Okay. Alright. It's weird that this game doesn't do equipment the same way. Like, literally, there's only one kind of equipment that you wear in this entire game is weapons. And you don't technically even need them. It is nice, I will admit, because, like, they can open up... hang on a second. Let me try something here real quick. Alright. Huh? You're challenging moi? Let me just see what you've got. I can't remember what he happens to have. So... let's do that for the time being. See? Yeah, it's not worth it. I can't remember. Save again. It's like, it's always just important to save. Now the thing that is, I don't remember, so what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to do, like I said, a little bit cheaty cheat type switch. So with GDQ, I can't remember, hold on a second, let me see. So they finish... They don't actually seem to care about the score, which, whatever, I mean, it makes sense when you're dealing with... So they leave, they go out, they fight the fish. Looks like they actually go ahead and maybe fight a little bit. Yeah, okay. could go out there and fight myself. I'm probably going to do it just with Zell. That'll be my next party member. That's right, she has laser eye. Okay, so hold on, let me see something real quick. So they win that fight. Item received. Okay, they learn the abilities. And then they run back in. What does Squall do? Wait, where was that dude at? He wasn't here. Huh. Anywho. So he goes and changes out. Meet up with Cell. None of your business. C for crew. Headmaster Sid. You literally get into the car and you don't have a choice. Zell does his weird stuff in the car. You can't get out of the car. Remember that. They have an okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna turn the volume down on, so I gotta open my volume mixer real quick. So it's set at 30. I'm gonna drop the volume on this pretty significantly. I want to turn on the volume for GDQ because
so you may be familiar with the incredible film series that is The Fast and the Furious. And if you are, then this cutscene is for you. If you just pay attention to how Toju is going to Tokyo drift his way backwards, right down this lane.
So he's like literally sliding.
Yeah,
How did he do that though?
Actually, during the screen transition there, for some reason, if you just hold the D-pad or the analog stick in any direction, the car will just innately just point that way the entire time.
Oh, okay. I'll have to know that. I'll have to note that for later.
And just see what happens.
See, that's one of the reasons why I love GDQ, by the way, is because they do little Easter egg shit like that. It's great. It's awesome. So far, they're not really doing anything else otherwise. Let me go back into my settings. Turn up the Final Fantasy music. Whoop, that's a little loud. Alright. Oops, bumped the microphone there. So now, they're going to get on the thing. So they have card and ice refine. And ice refine is good because then it like allows you to refine all kinds of shit. What are they going to junction here? Let me see.
But we don't actually, really have any control over it. Isn't it? A member
Okay, so they're junctioning. Fish fins. Ooh, what do we got?
a member of the
Ice refining. Oh, water. Okay.
So here, Toju, this is where he is using the fish fins we just received from
Card
the fight
mod.
we did in order to get 5 waters. And you'll see that Squall's strength just increased from 17
Yeah.
to 37.
Yeah, that's one of the things about. So if you didn't hear it, because of the layering and everything, and because this is amateur hour on this shit. Although it shouldn't be, because I did go to school for like broadcast and production and stuff. But it's amateur hour because I'm lazy. All right, what do you want? Have you heard? There's a card club here, aka the CC group. They're a bunch of card maniacs looking for worthy opponents day and night. Consider an honor to be challenged by a game of one of the CC group members. All right, so I think what I should do then. Hold on a second. I gotta check something then. Oh, now he's back. So what I'm gonna do. Well then, fuck you, Quistis. I don't know why it won't let me select just whatever. Okay. Blizzard. Fire. Okay. 21. Sure, why not? Ooh. Oh. Wait. Yeah, even though I'm probably not going to worry about it that much, it's whatever. Okay. So I'm going to see if I can go all the way out there and just do a little bit of fish killing. Just solo. I just want to see what happens. It would have been easier with Quistis, but it is what it is. I think that's Cure, so we're not going to worry about it. I've been drinking this for like the last 4 hours. It's got caffeine in it. So here's what I'm going to do. I could swear, hold on. I need to check my settings real quick. Controller presets. Nope, not presets. Controller settings, just controllers. Bindings. Alright, right analog. Up. Right. Down. Left. Okay. Close. I could swear you used to be able to... I don't know, maybe I couldn't? I could swear there was a point in the past you could, you could rotate the camera with your right analog stick. Maybe I was wrong, I don't know. So now here's what I'm going to do. Like I said earlier, I'm going to try to just summon Quetzalcoatl over and over again to kill these bastards. Now one of the cool things about the GF's... oh shit, I don't have... Oops. I guess I'll just have to kill them the normal way. Good thing I put I junctioned fucking thunder on these on him. And they're also easier to kill once they pop up. But I can't remember if you get less AP for doing it. I don't remember. So they should be worth 3 apiece. We're gonna see if that is still accurate. This may not kill him. Because, yeah, I didn't think it would. Because when they're underground, they basically have higher defenses, and so they take less damage. Now, the thing I've got to do is I've got to switch my menu settings, my in-battle menu settings. Oh, I got card. So one thing I could do... ability. We're not going to worry too much about item. Or draw, for that matter. At least not at this moment. Now what I want to do... Card mod refines items from cards. Very necessary. What are we looking at with her? I didn't even check the fucking AP. Shit. Oh well. Alright, well. Let's just run around for a little bit more fishies. And this is a song you hear forever. I gotta wonder, like, how Nobuo Uematsu, like, sort of does his work when it comes to making music for video games, because my thinking would be, oh yeah, I have to be able to boost this shit. Because ideally, I just want to kill them as fast as possible. Oh, I can't even boost yet. It doesn't matter. I forgot. Like, what does he do? Does he like play the music and then like, or he starts to create it, listens to it, hears it on repeat a little bit, and then like, when he feels like he might be close to finish, does he just like let it play in the background for a couple of days in a row or something? Who knows? So they're not going to be dead. Because they have about 300 to 400 health, it would seem. But the cool thing also about the GFs is that they kind of like take damage for you. Like Quetzalcoatl has health here, right? At around 25, he's got like maybe 6-ish more hits left. But what I can do is just press select and watch the FMV just kind of do its thing. No buddy of mine in high school called it Zapdos. Got that sonic boom. Just kablamo. Now I gotta see what the AP is. I wasn't paying attention last time. Okay, so 138 XP. Fish fins. 6 AP. Okay. Cool. Now the question is, what is Shiva's situation looking like? She's at 17. Oh shit, no, that's not where I want you at. Oh shit, we want... Like, that's one of the problems also is like... Oops, I forgot. Having all of these junctions is like, it's almost necessary to get these early on, because if you do, you make your life quite a bit easier. Shit, what do we have? We need that. That's useful too. All of these up arrow junctions are generally like the best things you can do. Of course, boost is good. It's easy to get. All right, that's gonna be a while. Oops. Oh, hello. Yo, what's up? I would do boost, but then I would get strict early. Normally, yes, I would, but that's not how I'm going about it this time. I'm kind of like trying the speedrunner light version, if you will. Like, I'm not trying to speedrun, but I'm trying to incorporate some of the aspects that a speedrunner would do. So that's what I'm working on. And hello, Dream Hoarders. It's a great name, by the way. You just steal them all. Hoard the dreams. Oops. Oh shit, did I get rid of fucking... Ah, come on. Oh wait, no, I didn't get rid of the GFs. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? Your dreams, they're mine. I shall hoard them all. Anyway. It's a great name. Gotta have fun with it, man. But yeah, so, like, normally I would do something like what you're talking about, where I would just get all of the junctions, because, like, that's the way that I've been I played it all my life. I mean, I played this game when it was released. And I was 18 that year. So yeah, everyone forgets them, so I'll have them. That's kind of true. It's also bleak as hell. You forgot your dreams. They're mine. All mine. Yeah, so back to the Final Fantasy stuff. Like, I've already like done quite a bit of drawing I've basically drawn everything you can get other than Sleep, because these are the only guys so far that you can get it from. I'm also playing on Duck Station. It's an emulator, so I can screw around more or less to my heart's desire. I mean, it's a fun idea that he's dead and it's a dream, but that's literally Final Fantasy X. Like, literally Final Fantasy X. So, I'm going to say no. Spoilers for Final Fantasy X, whoever hasn't seen it. Oops. But whatever, this isn't supposed to be spoiler-free. But I mean, it's a fascinating idea. I mean, I love all the various headcanons that people bring up when it comes to games, and you know, it's like, what was one I was seeing earlier, or I was thinking about? So I don't know if you've seen The Big Lebowski. One of the headcanons that I have seen about The Big Lebowski is that Walter has never served in Vietnam ever. That's probably one of my favorites, just because it's like it turns the character into this like stolen valor asshole that is just going on in all the wrong ways. Yeah, it's a fantastic headcanon idea. I love the idea. So like, rewatch the movie, like go into it, but then like tape it on your fucking forehead if you have to, but like, make sure that you remind yourself that every time Walter's on screen, he's never been in Vietnam. It changes the way you rewatch the film. Is it true? I don't fucking know. It's probably not. I doubt the Coen brothers care that much about that, but it's a small detail that's actually really interesting. So yeah, I mean, like, I say, generally speaking, when it comes to movies, video games, etc., any kind of media that you're consuming, go with what the author has said. You can read subtext because, I mean, that's just kind of how the human brain works. We are pattern recognizers and we like certain things, etc. But like, is Harry Potter fucking dead the whole time? No, because that's kind of boring, honestly. Like, because you could do that with everything. Any movie, any video game. I mean, unless of course it's like The Sixth Sense, and that's a little different. But generally speaking, go with what the artist has done, and then once you've consumed it enough, then start fucking around. That's more fun, especially when you're like, oh, okay, well, what it, you know, it's like, I mean, think of anything. I will say, this game takes a fucking hard right turn in like disc 4, late disc 3, I want to say. Like, the whole sorceress thing is woven throughout it. Peak movie occult trivia. Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, that's one of the things that I absolutely love about fandoms. Like, there's always a limit. Like, let's go 70, 80%. Once you go above it, then you start getting into the crazy territories. I'm gonna get into another fight here, and hopefully my shit doesn't die. Actually, hold on. I always do that. I'm using an Xbox controller. Let's look at the GF status real quick. So you're at 80, or 18 rather. Okay, fireman. That's mostly what I want to get. The card mod stuff's gonna come later. So shit. What was I at? Fucking me and my damn brain. Okay, so I have 18 more to go. Which, if it's always 2 fish, 3 more fights. All right, let's save. And I should probably heal him. I could tent. Wow, I have 5 tents? Holy shit. Alright, well, that's cool. Actually, hang on a second. Can I do it now? I can? And I did. She has no water. I could give her some water, but I don't want it right now. Squall, Junction, Magic. We're gonna go water, because I want his electricity damage to go up and all that kind of stuff. So we'll go back to saving. So yeah, 3 more fights, and then I can actually do the mission. But yeah, it's like, fandoms are great to a point, and then they start getting into areas that are, one, they get into areas that are just kind of a little too fantastical, where there's a certain level of obsession that it's not necessarily dangerous yet. That's once you start getting like 95%. It's when the fandom is like starting to challenge the authority of the author to a point of like contention. Like they are battling them in like Twitter or whatever. Great Hein? I never heard of it. Please illuminate me. But yeah, so it's like, you know, what's one of the funniest things, like the Harry Potter thing, other than, you know, I mean, not funny that J.K. Rowling is a fucking turf, but but more like the fact that people bring up like the one thing over and over that it's like Dumbledore said. And, you know, it's like when he says, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? He said calmly. And then, like, what happened in the movie? He wasn't calm about it. And, like, that's funny because, like, that's an interesting choice that they made that was specified in a very specific way in the book. I love it when people use it totally out of the fucking blue. Like, to go back to, you know, the what is it? The Big Lebowski. Where's the money, Lebowski? He said calmly. Stuff like that. All right, GFs, etc. Let's see. So I think I should have 2 more fights. Let's go ahead and save, just because, you know, safety and all that. Okay, I'll run along the beach. Let's go down here so that I can get closer to the road when it's time to leave, rather. And that way, once I get the fire refined, I can see what I got. And then I'll go on the mission and we'll see what happens there. Fish. Ow. You hit me in my crotch. My man parts. They're bruised. Alright. Come on, Quetzalcoatl. Now it's kind of like you're hitting my man parts, but I got my G over here, my GF, if you will, taking the hits for me. I can't boost yet, but I'll show you the full thing. We'll say the one thing that is kind of missing from Final Fantasy VIII that I like from like 6 and 7 specifically is when you hit the select button. I think it was a select button. It would give you like little toolbars and stuff at the top. So like when you hovered over over an enemy or something. Let me see what happens if I attack. So it doesn't show anything. So it shows it there. Yeah, so like I'd like to know what it's called no matter when I'm hovering over it. Of course, when it's an area affecting like a summon, it's a little different. I get that. I understand the variation there. Ow! My face! Alright, this should be one of the last ones. So 2 per fight is good because then that makes the GF summon faster and faster. And when the time comes to fight the spider, I don't know exactly how I'm going to go about beating it. Because now would be the time to get all of the summon damage up. But I'm not going to do that. Not with just Squall. Alright, one more fight. I'll probably end up getting into another one as I run to the road. It almost always happens. What happened to your dream orders? You were telling me about the Great Hind. Did you run away? Well, let's see what happens. Yeah. So we'll get this taken care of. Nuke 'em, Zapdos! Oh. You're arguing with your friends about what specifically? Let me in on the dish. Let me in on the tea. Is that what the kids are still saying these days? I feel old when I say that shit. I'm not even 45 yet, damn it. Month and change, though, so. This should be the last one, then Ifrit will give me Refined Fire. What is Heinz? Like ketchup? I'm... You know, I just realized I don't have any ketchup in the house. Heinz. Okay, interesting. There we go. Fire Magic Refine. Let's go ahead and make sure we switched. Oops. Keep doing that. Menu should really be the start button. It really should be. Alright. You're already at that, but what we're going to do... Yeah, we're just going to do HP. I'm not going to worry too much about GFs for a while. Because like I said, I'm probably going to end up doing the... I'm going to be working on the more speedrunner-esque aspects of the game and see what I can do there, so... I can't look up Gnostic Creator Myth Great Heen. I'm playing Final Fantasy VIII right now. And you're like the only person talking to me, so you've got my undivided attention. I mean, what better audience can you have? Alright, so... let's get going there. The one thing I wish you could do is fast travel to the fast travel spot. Sir, ladies, I forget what his deal is. Perhaps I should go home this weekend. I really should go visit my parents. It's a weird way of shoulding it. I'm gonna save state and see what the hell you got. Excellent breeze, great day for cards. Want to play me cards? I just want to see what you got. Nothing useful. I mean, they're all useful, really. It's just not what I'm looking for. So we created humans as slaves, tried to exterminate them, but the humans were a lot? Like, too much? Or like, you're a lot today. Like, you are just a lot. I don't know if I can handle you. I am the Great Heen, and I can't handle you right now. Is that what it was? Or was it just like, there's a lot of you guys. Like, how are there so many of you? Creating a shell of Heens? Oh wait, I missed a... Try to exterminate. Humans rebelled and sliced Heens in half, creating a shell. What the fuck are you talking about? And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. More like a, what the fuck? To quote Jesse Cox, what do you mean? It sounded like too much homework, to be honest. Like the dream thing makes more sense. I like the simple ones that like cause you to think. Like the whole Walter isn't actually a veteran. Like those are the things that I like, because then it makes your mind go wild. You don't have to look anything up. You get to create the story. Those are the fun ones, I think, because then everybody and their mom is going to have their own story. And then it's going to be like, wait, what do you mean? What about this one? Or how about this one? I'm extracting your hands. Again, I think it's trying. Look, I'm not trying to disrespect whoever came up with this. That's not my intention. But I feel like it's trying too hard. It's like, sure, it's fascinating and it's an interesting little thing. And I mean, if like, let's say a small friend group starts coming up with it and kind of, manifests this almost in a like an SCP kind of way, that's cool. But again, I think my problem is like, it's less fun for the uninitiated, unless they really like the whole copypasta and or creepypasta type thing. I was never into either one of them. Like one of my favorite subreddits on Reddit, even though I don't really spend any time there anymore, was 6-word stories. So, it's based on, I think it's a Hemingway short story of 6 words. It's like baby shoes for sale, never worn. That gives you a lot to think about. Oh, baby shoes for sale, never worn. Oh, fuck. Like, that gets you thinking. And I like that kind of stuff because while it makes you work, it doesn't really make you work that hard. And I like not working that hard. I'm a lazy motherfucker. That's why I'm playing video games, not creating my own. Although I am in the middle of, like, the very, very beginning, rather, of... Okay. No worries. Yeah. Like, again, it's just probably going to be a little bit beyond the general scope of how I approach stuff like that. But, like, again, literally no disrespect to the people who came up with it. I think it's cool that people can do that. It's also part of it. I'm a little jealous because I can't come up with that kind of shit. But what I was getting at briefly was the fact that I've got like a story percolating. I've already talked to a friend of mine. She went to school for journalism. So I'd asking her some questions about how I can kind of like take some of the ideas and sort of like shrink down elements of the story to where it's more personal. Because one of the things you don't want to do when it comes to like writing a book, for instance, is you don't want to create, what is it they call? World building. You don't want to world build too much when it comes to writing like a novel or a TV show or something like that. You obviously want that information, and, as you create the story, document those things that matter and like take care of, get rid of the things that don't. But you don't want to put the world building into the story because then it's too much exposition. Like, we don't get a whole lot as to like the seed situation here. There's a lot of it that we do get, and it's trickle fed to us over time. But at the same time, it's like, these are still children who are going out and being fucking mercenaries. Like, that's wild. Like, everybody in this is, like, no older than 17, I think. Selfie's, like, 16. I think Quistis is 17. Like, they're all teenagers. And even if they were adults, like the maximum age I think is 19, and I think that's Seifer. Speaking of which, speak of the devil, and he shall slowly walk up there, you know, swaggering with his posse, if you want to call him that. You're the squad leader. Good luck to you. Which, I mean, like, instructor. I hate it when people wish me luck. Because I'm a giant fucking douchebag. Save those words for a bad student that needs them, eh? Even though I'm gonna get fucking demoted and I'm not gonna be a fucking seed anymore. I mean, I'm gonna go on a wild fucking quest to be your own knight? Like, what the hell, dude? Like a young, cool Sephiroth. Dude, he's like... he's like 10% Sephiroth. And I mean, in the coolness factor. Like, I liked him as, like, an antagonist to Squall, but he was also an antagonist to fucking everybody else. Like, the one thing that... The thing that I felt that is largely irredeemable about Seifer, or Cypher, or however you want to pronounce it. Cypher does kind of sound cooler, especially because Cypher in association with, like, cracking codes and stuff. No, doesn't get to join your crew. Not unless you hack shit. Even then, you can break the game. Let's get through this exam, everyone. Listen up. Teamwork means staying out of my way. The Squad B rule. Don't you forget it. That's the dumbest fucking thing a leader could ever say. That, in fact, is what a boss would say. And I did like the way that he attacked. But I was like, yeah, fuck Cypher. Cypher. However you pronounce it. I mean, it's a tragic story on his end when it comes down to it. But at the same time, it's like he's so much of a caricature. And that, like, much of kind of how visual novels, if you will, because this is kind of like RPG plus visual novel, is that he's a little too... what's the word I'm looking for? I guess transparent about his motives. Where Squall is totally the opposite and he fucking never tells anybody anything. And while I understand that as like a storytelling device, it's a little annoying. But that's just me looking at it almost 30 years later, so. He's very arrogant. But like arrogant to the point of like, he almost costs them the mission. You know, like his arrogance, he's very much like the worst bosses that you ever deal with. You do not want someone like Seifer. I think I'll just try to call him Seifer from now on. You don't want anybody like Seifer to be your boss, because they'll take all the credit. They will fuck things up. Yeah, Sid's great. Although it is weird that he's like, hey, I believe in you kids. Go out there and be mercenaries. We've yet to have a gunblade specialist in Seed. That's why I'm hoping you and Cypher will join us in Seed. Which is weird because it's like, what are they doing now? How long have they been in this? I understand that, like, and this is, you know, disc 2 and 3 level shit, but there were orphans all at the same orphanage and shit. And Sid ran the orphanage, and Adia was running the orphanage. And, you know, she created Seed to defeat the sorceress. Which is kind of weird in of itself, too. And it's like the whole recruitment thing. It's a wild ass story. This game's story is fucking wild. Quistis is 17, goddammit, I think. Doesn't matter, they're all kids. I mean, a prequel to FF8 could be a 30-minute video. Really, that's all we need. Because, I mean, we get most of it. It's just there's a lot of gaps that are kind of like, they're not fleshed out. I will say this, okay? One of the reasons why the story does take a hard right turn and why the story has a lot of gaps in it is because they wanted to get this out fast. If I'm not mistaken, it was released... Shit, I might as well just look it up. Okay. Get rid of a lot of these tabs. I'll have to come back to it later anyway. So, FF8 was released on February 11th, 1999. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Literally 1 year earlier, like to the day, on February 11th, but only in Japan, Xenogears was released. Now, if you've ever played Xenogears, you understand that game absolutely needs a remake. If you don't know anything about it, there's only 2 discs to Xenogears. The first disc is really well done. The second disc is basically a book. Like, you are reading over and over, and like blocks of text. And that's what I understand too. They basically killed Xenogears. They like stupidly rushed it out for Final Fantasy VIII, but for whatever reason, they also rushed out Final Fantasy VIII. And I guess it had something to do maybe with like finances or whatever, who knows. And so Xenogears gets super neutered, and then Final Fantasy VIII, while largely fleshed out, could have used a couple more months of fleshing out. Also, I think Xenogears was literally one person translating everything. I can't remember if it's that game. I don't remember which. Forward. I never liked driving in this game, especially when it came to just being on the roads. Okay. So GDQ said... Oh, shit. GDQ said if you go in here and during the black screen, you just hold a direction on the D-pad. During this moment, what happens in the next screen? Yeah, I'm fucking drifting, motherfuckers. Hell yes. That's exactly what I was wanting. So if you hold like left or right on the D-pad, it'll be facing that direction. I assume if you press up, it'll be upwards going backwards. I didn't know that until I literally looked it up, or I was literally watching the Games Done Quick for this, and I was like, wait, what the fuck did they do to get that happening? So I had to listen. I've never seen it before till today. So that's the vessel. Ain't no turn it back now. Huh? You scared too? Hey, you guys are the last. Hurry up and get in. Don't disappoint me now. You're the disappointment, dick. Come on, move it. Yeah, it's totally awesome that you can get it to drift like that. And like I said, this is not like the remastered or anything like that. This is on DuckStation, and I've got the settings to where, except for the cutscenes, all the various FMVs and stuff, it's going to look a little better. I know there's other ways to make it, I think, even better. I'd have to look into it, though. Because I saw somebody playing, I think it was Final Fantasy Tactics, which another great game that I've played way too much of. And, like, the game looked stupid crisp, and I was like, how the fuck did you do that? And then he talked us through it, and then I forgot, and then I had to figure it out later. But, like, there's still aliasing and pixelations and stuff, but, like, the characters look really crisp. So that's nice. I'll have to, because I wanna clean up the text, and I know that I can do it because I've done it before on my other computer. It's just that laptop is crap. Yeah, DuckStation's great. It's literally like, it is so much better than I think it's PSXE, something like that, PXE or whatever the fuck it's called. Which, to be fair, I used quite a lot until I found out about DuckStation. DuckStation's just stupid good. Be seated. Our client for this mission is the Dalit Dukedom Parliament. Quest for seed was made 18 hours ago. Dalit has been under attack by the G army since about 72 hours ago. 49 hours into the battle, Dalit abandoned their position in the inner city. Currently, they have retreated into the nearby mountains and are reorganizing their troops. That's the current status. Now, on to the mission objective. According to our reports, the G army is mopping up the Dalit troops in the mountain region. We're going to make a landing at Lapin Beach. However you want to pronounce it. We're to eliminate the remaining G army within the city and liberate it ASAP. Afterwards, Seed members will intercept any G army forces trying to make their way into the city from the mountain region. So, what are we supposed to do? Seed candidates are to eliminate the G army inside the city. Sounds important. Sounds boring. So what you're saying is we do all the little dirty work. Oh, it hardly needs to be said, but the order to withdraw takes priority. Do not forget. We're almost there. We anticipate a battle as soon as we disembark. Just be prepared. That's all. Any questions? Talk to Quistis. Yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust my junctions and shit. I will talk to everybody. What is a Squall? Explain that again. There's a quick explanation. The goal for the mission is to eliminate the Galbadian forces that have entered Dalit. The order to withdraw takes priority. Be sure to make your way back to the shore when you get this order. Alright, Cypher, listen up. Our goal for this mission is to mop up all the Galbadian soldiers still left in Dalit. All you boys have to do is take orders from me, the captain. Douchebag McGee. My first real battle. I'm getting pretty nervous. Cypher with the bullshit. Better not piss in your pants. Ha! You talking to me? Bastard. Okay, enough talk. We'll be landing pretty soon. Get ready. Roger. Alright. Yeah. Well then, Squall, let's go see what's going on outside. Okay, so this is one of the things I have to understand, that I remember, is you basically have to follow all of his orders. Because that can negatively affect... I never got a chance to play 16. And I understand, like, ignoring his orders can negatively affect your seed ranking. So, because it's my order. What I'm going to do... Oh, I can't fucking... I guess I'll junction some other time. I mean, I'm still... So, here's the thing. I have it on my Steam wish list. I do want to play it. I don't really care if people like it or not. I understand, like, 15 is probably one of the worst because it's like an unfinished game. But the way that I was originally ingesting it was through Let's Player / Twitch streamer Jesse Cox. Great dude. I've been following his stuff for years. He's like 6 months older than me, which is funny. And so, if even that. And so I was like, okay, I mean, I've always liked his stuff ever since, like, Total Biscuit had him come on playing the Terraria series. And the problem with Jesse's content is that his game got corrupted, so he never got to finish it. And that's how I wanted to kind of ingest it in the beginning, because, like, I was homeless for a while, like, literally living on the streets, and then shifted over to living in a homeless shelter, and then I got this place a few months back. And so, you know, it's just like, while I still don't have like a lot of money or anything, it's like I've been trying to get myself back into this kind of like the streaming world and all that kind of crap. And when I was watching him play through 16, I was like, well, this actually seems like it's really cool. Let's see. Unfortunately, again, his stuff never, you know, made it out. His stuff never made it, and so like I never got to finish watching it. And like I still want to watch, I still want to play through it at some point, but you know, being broke as fuck makes it, you know, hard to be able to do that. So, oh wait, hold on, I got a fucking unjunction Squall here. So we're gonna unjunction those two. Okay, we have nothing left other than water, which is fine because that's what we want anyway. Although admittedly, I would like to have the water status. Or the magic status, but whatever. So I've got card. Let's do draw. Do Freet. Oh wait, he doesn't have any. Oh wait, that's the wrong person anyway. I want him to have no Ifrit Shiva. Let's see. He has no magic, which is fine because they don't have to worry about it later. Just do that. The one thing I need to do. Actually, don't need to worry about that. What I do need to do. Exchange. Actually. Oh, other way around. Alright then. Now, I'm getting a little on the focused side of me, so... Wait, hold on a second. Let's get... Thunder there. Trying to remember what I'm up against. And Cypher's just not gonna do anything, really. Although I might have him try to do, I might try to get him to do, oh wait. Can I fire magic? Ice. What we can do though. Only have 3 left, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Junction. Magic. Oops. What? Did I not give them to him? Fucking hell, man. Oh, I gave him to fucking him. What the hell's wrong with me? I'm a dummy. Water on the fists, bitch. Alright. I am in Los Angeles. Let me go. C for blank? Yeah, I'm gonna leave him blank. But I might want to get him to... Oh, fuck. Yeah, that probably fucked me. I might want him to get the killing blows just so that he can kind of absorb some of the XP. I mean, I know that you can, like, be kind of, like... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, leveling up in this game is easy, but at the same time, it's like... I forgot about his thing. Oh wow, they'll be punching. Oh shit, what I need to do is actually, despite everything, I need to continue using Squall and Quetzalcoatl, so let's tent. Fuck it. I don't really tent much in this game, especially in the early stages, but I might as well. Oops, wrong one. Because I want to take down a goddamn spider. And I will have to, like, try to remember how to do it, because I know that there's a few screens that you have to do things a certain way to not get into another fight with him. Because if you get into any of those fights, you have to run away, and by running away, you get docked points. And then once you get past those, then you can fight him. I think the bridge is the first place to do it. You can kill him on the bridge, but it also takes a lot. Let's coddle. Actually, yeah, let's do... No, I don't know about that. So he has everything. Yeah, I got to Los Angeles 2012, January. I quit my job living in Texas because I'd lived in Texas for almost 30 years. And I was working as a security guard. And the company that I worked for was no longer going to be holding the contract for the building that I was at. And so because of that, I was offered the opportunity to stay at the building, but I would have to move over to the other company. And I was a naive 29-year-old shit who was like, hey, company loyalty matters. No, it fucking doesn't. Not in this day and age, especially. And that was, 2011. Yeah, what an idiot indeed. Both me and Cypher. But, so I decided to stay on with the company. Well, the problem was they didn't have anything for me. So I got fucked over. So I essentially quit the job, despite the fact that I was effectively laid off. I'd worked there for 5 years. I cashed out. I had 2 weeks of employment, or 2 weeks of vacation that I could cash out. So I cashed it out first. Then I quit. Oops, hold on. And so then I took that money and then I traveled around the U.S. a little bit on Greyhound. I basically spent most of my money on the fucking hotels, which sucked. And then I was like, well, I had spent some time out in Los Angeles. There was somebody I knew out here that might be able to, like, help me in some ways or another. And it just didn't work out like that. And I ended up homeless for 2.5 years. That was the first time. Then I got a job working in Alaska for a summer. Saved everything that I had. Came back, got an apartment that was like stupid cheap. It was $300 a month, but I was living in the living room, which sucks. I got the job again in the second summer after that. Realized, oh, this is a terrible job. I was, holy shit, Alaska is boring. It's beautiful, but it's boring. And so because of that, I was like, okay, I gotta try getting some other jobs here and then going to school or something. Hey, we're not responsible for that area. Whatever. That probably fucked me up. Oh well. I guess I gotta talk to Cypher. Okay, that might have fucked me up too. I don't know. Oh, there you are. And like, it's been kind of a struggle for quite a while. And then COVID, I was going to school for like, I wanted to kind of like, I was starting with like the audio production, radio, stuff like that. Who needs a cure? Let's cast you. Let's wait on that, and let's draw our GF. I ended up working at iHeartRadio for a little over a year. Like, I want to say maybe a year and a half, I think it was. I was working as a board operator, so it wasn't great money. And then COVID hit, fucked everything up. And it sucked because, like, beforehand, because I was barely getting paid above minimum wage. It was like 25 cents above the minimum wage in Burbank. And they would max our hours at 29 per week. So, like, I was lucky to get 29 hours. I was usually getting 25. And that really sucked. I did have a couple opportunities to work with a few people internationally. Like, they came to us. I didn't get to go to them, sadly. COVID hit. Literally everybody lost their jobs, basically. And then it was a struggle for me to kind of like get back in the workplace, and I haven't really been able to get back anyway. So now I'm living in government housing, getting food stamps, and getting, $220 on the government dime. And I saved up quite a bit of money from my last job. I was only there for like 3 months before they fired me because my brain don't like working. And it definitely doesn't like working for people who take advantage of people, who are fuck you over. Like, my boss basically never listened to us at the last job I was at. So I'd saved some money, bought this computer while I was at the homeless shelter, and then saved up enough more money that I'm going to be able to go to Iceland in less than a month now for the solar eclipse, because I've been planning that one for years now. Scram! Dickhead. Hey, Gabetian soldiers, what are you waiting for? Come show me what you got. I did some acting, not much. I really liked it. In fact, literally yesterday, I was like perusing Romeo and Juliet, because this is like the only play I'd ever been in. And I've done like very, very small parts in very, very small filmed things. Like, I think I had 3 roles total outside of Romeo and Juliet, and I had the same role twice in 2 different productions of Romeo and Juliet. And the first thing because I was Friar Lawrence in Romeo and Juliet, and the first thing that Friar Lawrence says to Romeo is "Benedicite," which is like Italian basically for "Hey, what's up?" And as I was reading it, I saw it and I read it out loud, and like a flood of memories just rushed into me. Because, like, once I said that, it became basically a vocal stem for the rest of the cast. And so they would come by, and every time they saw me, they'd be like, "Benedicite!" It's one of the few, like, good memories that I have in life. Just depression, ADHD, those 2 things fuck up your perception of reality. But yeah, I literally had a hearty laugh for like a good solid 2 minutes yesterday when I read that out loud. And I write stuff down every now and then. Totally, like, I do it. Like, whenever you think a positive thought, write it down. Especially if you're bad about thinking things are good in your life. Close. It was BENEDICITE, all one word. Hey, what's that up there? It's the coolest fucking scene in this game, is what's up there. But that's against orders. Weren't you just saying how bored you were? Squall! I stand by the captain's decision. I am a robot. Captain's decision? You want to wreak some havoc too, don't you? It's a good opportunity to test out my training. Thanks to you, I feel like I can take on anyone, even if they do fight dirty. Like you. You'll thank me when the time comes. Also, Zell becomes way overpowered for no good reason. You could say that the sorceress helps, whatever, I don't give a fuck. He feels too powerful for what his life is like. typed it in for you. that's what it was, and that's what I was told. Benedicite. But yeah, it was funny as hell that like literally the majority of the cast used it almost like a vocal stem every time they saw me. It was one of the best memories I have of being in my short time in acting. Telling you, we have to stick to orders. And you stay here. I don't need any Boy Scouts. I'm gonna get another drink real quick. I came prepared. What was that? Would you want to go? Don't take him seriously, Zell. Cypher, we're gonna go. Let's hurry. The enemy is headed for the facility, which, man, what a description. Move out. All right. Fine. I did want to do some voice acting. I even had a voice acting role at one point. I got paid $150 for it, baby. This is the first time you get to fight you actually can kill the spider that I'm aware of. Yeah, I played a newscaster on this very short one episode little animation thing. I think you can still find it. It's called Fortress Castle, and boy, did that read not go as well as they thought it was great. I listened to it and I'm just like, yeesh. Whatever, I got paid $150 for it, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to continue, is because I was like, oh hey, this could happen. I had a podcast. I've had like 3. Problem is I can't do it by myself. I absolutely need to have at least another person, because I worked at iHeartRadio literally, I want to say about 9 months ish before everybody got terminated because of COVID, or laid off rather. I can't remember his name. I'd have to look him up. But like this veteran, like seasoned, literally in the industry for 40 years, had heard me on one of my coworkers' podcasts. And he's like, I need to talk to that guy. Which, awesome. And then, but he had heard me like about a month before, and then he and I ran into each other on like a Sunday. And he was kind of like sort of taking me under his wing, but the biggest problem is that I wasn't really good at doing the solo thing as much as I had wanted to. It's too hard for me to be by myself. I literally have to have somebody to talk to. Sure, I was kind of doing it for a little while before you showed up, and again, thank you, Dream Hoarders. It gives me something to feed off of. It allows my brain to kind of go in the wrong direction, so to speak. It allows me to pontificate for 2 or 3 or 25 minutes. But coming up with, having to do all of it, like all of the work, the behind the scenes work, and then come up with every fucking thing that I need, I'm doing good now because I have somebody to bounce off of. If it was just me by myself, it wouldn't be as entertaining. Not even remotely. Because I've had podcasts before. I've had multiple, and they just never went anywhere. Like I said, the reason I even went to Los Angeles, and the reason I even did what I did in Los Angeles, and I went to school, and I basically spent roughly 10 years of my life working towards and then working in the industry. And by the way, that veteran, he dropped me after like a month because, like I said, I wasn't able to do it all by myself. He's like, you got to be your own cheerleader. And I'm like, bro, literally the day that you met me, I recorded what was effectively my suicide note. I'm not going to be my own fucking cheerleader. It's not happening. If the guys are doing it, be careful. Help! Like literally the day that he and I met, I was coming back from a recording booth where I had quite literally like recorded myself saying bye-bye. I was gonna hang myself off the side of the fucking ledge. So if that says anything, let's cast this on Squall. Well, it is what it is, and it's in the past. But yeah, so like me being my own cheerleader, that's out of the question. I gotta have other people. And so right now, you're my cheerleader. So thanks for being my cheerleader team of one. And so yeah, it's just like that happened. Then all that happened and everything. He dropped me and everything. Then I lost interest essentially in continuing to be in the radio space. I got a job through a friend of mine working at a rehab, and then I worked at another rehab that was much more intensive. That was the last job I had, and that was shit. Like the first job was great. I really liked the first job. It was actually fun once I stopped working overnights, because overnights sucked ass. And the second job would have been better if my boss and just the general logistics of it worked for the workers, but it didn't work for the workers. Like they were babying. Like we had technically grown adults, but they were acting like children. Like not doing things that they were like, yeah, my place is a fucking mess, but I live by myself. And they were already coming off of the drugs that they were coming off of. Like some people like, and like we almost fucking protested basically. We should have. But you know, unionizing and all that shit is, give me a bene, give me a tice, dice. What's that spell? Benedicite. It was poorly done. But anyway, I'm thinking of Quetzalcoatl, and I might have. We'll see. I think I'm just gonna. Fuck, I might have to do it. I think I'm gonna give him boost after this fight, just so I have the option during the spider fight. I mean, the spider fight isn't necessarily hard per se. Let's just cast that on yourself. But yeah, I've had like, not only have I had podcasts, I had radio shows at the school that I took radio courses from. I had one where, because, you know, it's like everybody and their mom has, you know, like a late night show, right? And, you know, they were always interviewing the actors, or the directors. And like, sometimes it's the directors, but it's mostly the actors, mostly the famous actor people. And I'm like, I don't mind it, but I felt like doing something else. So I created a show called Behind the Fourth Wall. And I even wrote a haiku for the intro. It was, behind the fourth wall, where we pull back the curtain, where we see it all. And like, I really liked the show, but the problem was I was really bad at it. I'm not a great interviewer. I want to be the one talking. Which is funny because like that's what happens every time. Like people for some reason find me interesting, and I'm not trying to blow smoke up my own ass. Trust me. You know, again, depression. But like there has been a regular interaction that I've had throughout adulthood where people for some reason will listen to me pontificate about myself, etc. And I'm like, that's cool, but doing it just by myself with no feedback, well, thank you. But that's the thing. interacting. I have to interact. It's gotta be a dialogue. Even if I'm mostly monologuing, it still has to be a dialogue. That just baseline. It's gotta be one. Like people used to tell, I've heard multiple times in my life, hey, you're a great listener. And I'm like, what? I talk about myself way too much to be a great listener. But, oh God, no, I will not be using AI for anything. Fuck that noise. Like, I rarely use AI because I just don't like everything that goes on behind the scenes. Oops. I don't like basically all the things that makes AI what it is are all the things I am against. Like rich assholes trying to take over the fucking world. The fact that it, uses water from like aquifers and shit that fucks over local people, that then also uses excessive amounts of power. Thus, they don't pay more for the energy. The locals pay more for energy because there's a higher demand now. Also, there's a lot of pollutants and noise pollution that go on near these AI data centers. The fact that it's fucking over GPU prices and RAM prices. Like, have you ever tried to build your own computer now? It's exceedingly expensive. Thanks, RAM prices. And like, largely, I would say 95% of what AI is used for is slop, as it's lovingly called. Yeah, exactly. RAM's like 900 fucking bucks. I remember I bought for my last computer, I bought 2 RAM sticks. $100 total. And they were like the newest that were available for that kind of laptop. $100. Like, and then fuck CPU, like fuck the graphics cards. Like Jesse Cox, going back to him, he was talking about how his computer is kind of like acting like an asshole, and he wasn't able to figure it out. And literally today on his podcast with Dodger Geekenders, he was like, "Hey, I figured it out. My fan wasn't turning on." And like he's been a YouTuber live streamer for nearly 20 years now, and so like he's gonna have top of the line gear. And he was, prior to today's episode of Geekenders, I think it was the last one, he was talking about how expensive it was if he wanted to rebuild the computer he currently has. It would be $10,000. That's unacceptable. And why is it happening? Because of AI data centers. The average, it used to be cheap to buy like a badass computer. Now you can't build and, buy all the parts and stuff. Now you can't do that. I am lucky that when I bought this computer that I have, this laptop, it only went for $1,500. I'm pretty sure if I tried to find something similar, it would be twice as much now. Because I bought it right before the whole like super boom. You have one too, don't you? Oh yeah, his whole dream about being an anti-hero, essentially. Used to be like two. Yeah, I mean, like, I still remember this was early 2000s, I want to say around like 2002-ish, 2003. A buddy of mine, back when I was in college, he had a tree in his front yard and he got struck by lightning. It blew up. Like, it wasn't total splinters like when I went there to see it, like it was split in fucking half, but it wasn't a whole tree that was split in half. It was about 2/3 of a tree. And the rest of it went somewhere the fuck else. But the EMP that lightning bolts create nuked his computer. Like, just fucking killed it. Part of the wiring in the house got nuked as well. But fortunately for him, because he was a relatively well-off, middle-class dude, like, they had, housing insurance and everything, and he got, I want to say about $2,000 roughly to be able to rebuild his computer. Dude, we went to the store with him to help him build it, to help him find the parts. He didn't even spend all $2,000, And he basically got the best computer he could get at the time. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, looking back on it now, I'm just like, God fucking damn. Like, he even got a monitor and everything. Like, everything he got for less than $2,000. And I'm like, you can't do that now. Like, what you're talking about, fucking, RAM sticks being $900 for, good shit. It's ridiculous. That is one of the many reasons. Oh, yes, this is another one. If you jump down like she did, this will dock your grade. So you literally have to walk all the way around. She'll give you shit, but I gotta remember how to walk. Okay. So this one, fuck. This is the only one that I can't remember. I think this is when it starts. And the reason why I put it on right now, much quicker, please. You wouldn't normally jump off a cliff, okay? Ain't that right, Squall? Yeah, I guess so. Wouldn't normally jump that. I don't know. I love the fact that her name is Selfie. And, like, later on, I think it's in the credits, I think one of the first things you see is her face in the camcorder. You can jump down, it's no problem. It's just, it does dock your score if you do. If you run away from any fights that are, that as long as it's not the first robot fight, you'll also, not you. Yeah, she does have very Yuffie energy. That is totally true. Let's see. I'm going to say Quistis probably has everything that Cypher had, but let's just see. Now that Selfie is here. Nope. Alright, whatever. She's going to want to draw. We're not really worrying about any other GFs other than Squall. So let's also check Quistis' magic. Okay, Selfie. Oh wait, no. Where the fuck is all of Seifer's magic? I don't think he had any, that's right. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What does Squall and Zell have junctioned? Is what I need to look into. You got water. Oops. Water and thunder, that's it. Okay. So he can probably send off some other magic. And you have just water. Okay. So what we'll do, mostly it really just matters to exchange the cure. And I mean, let's also, screw it. So Squall's going to be using Quetzalcoatl, and then I'm going to end up getting Siren as well here shortly. Zell has thunder on his fist, and he also has water on his strength. She just doesn't have anything at the moment, so we'll just see what we can find here. Yeah, Blizzard works. Whatever. Let me make sure her magic is organized. Wait, I didn't give her... I gave her fucking Blizzard, not Thunder. Whoops! Alright, exchange... Wait, hold on. It's not like she needs anything else. Because then she'll just be casting Thunder, basically. Until she gets to the point where I can... That might be true about Biggs and Wedge, I'm not sure. Sure is big. That's what she said. Quite literally. Ah! Cowards. Hey! The captain's getting away! Yeah, she really does have the Yuffie energy. It's kind of crazy. And where did he go up? I don't know, Squall, did he? Hey, Squad Captain B. Well, this will give me some opportunity to get some more AP, although not much. Alright. I just want to make sure that Quetzalcoatl's maxed out, even though he doesn't have his best power. I just want his speed to come in as quickly as possible so that I can just keep summoning him over and over. And then the other two will basically just do all the crowd, you know, all the support related stuff. Shell and protect. It's going to be mostly protect, I believe. Because I know after the Biggs and Wedge fight, this isn't the last time we see him. This is literally the first time. I'll have enough for boost. Oh shit! I was gonna draw. Blind, baby. Nobody has the ability to use that, but Squall has the most magic power. So that's. I will say. 7, 8, 10. I've never played 9. I played a little bit of 9, but it's kind of a like it just doesn't grab me. But like, if I press down, I should go towards the screen. But it doesn't always do that, and that's annoying. I want it to function the way I want it to function. Oh yeah, this dude might have something. I forgot. So let's draw. Oh, I have all that, so I don't give a fuck. Punch you in the face, bro. Alright. Mostly just want him to die relatively soon. The fight music isn't really like one of the reasons I started playing the game is because the music kept kind of coming back to my brain. So obviously it has an impact on me. And I've played this game at least 10 times. So obviously it has an impact on me. But I will say, much of it is not as good as 7. And like the new remake is good. There are aspects to Rebirth that I'm just like, ah. But generally, like, I would give Rebirth a 7.7 out of 10. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and save there as well. Wow, this lift is pretty cool. Don't get excited or you'll fall. Like I'm really going to. I really like the first remake. I like where it was going. I feel like aspects, whispers, the whispers in Rebirth didn't feel like they were aligning properly with the remake. I do like how they went with the story, though. I like the story of Rebirth. The thing that I don't like about Rebirth is the amount of minigames or minigame-esque stuff that you have to do in order to progress the story. Like I got so fucking tired of like all the like exploratory stuff by the time I got to Nibelheim. I was like, fuck it, I'm done. I don't care about getting Odin. I almost didn't care about getting the fucking Chocobo. But honestly, like I wish they'd just run over the fucking water like they did in the OG game. I was like, I want my chocobos to act the same way. Like, why are they walking up the fucking side of the hill slowly? Like, what's the point? There is no purpose in having chocobos that do a specific mechanic and do it slowly. I mean, I get it. I understand. They've essentially added a different layer to Sephiroth's mysterious aura, so to speak. But like, if you played what the fuck, Chrono Cross, I think it was. No, Crisis Core. There's a lot of mystique that's gone. And Rebirth is very much you should consume all of the secondary FF7 gear or stuff. By the way, basically the best cinematic in the game. I fucking loved it every time. The music. It's so grandiose for we're just turning on a fucking satellite. Well, okay, so OG Sephiroth, you weren't following him at all. He was dead. Like the original game, you were not following Sephiroth. Cloud was, but you weren't. You were following Jenova the whole time. Now, of course, you could argue that, oh, well, Sephiroth had some sort of influence, and that's probably true. Likewise, mister, what do you think you're doing? Hey, what happened to all the soldiers down below? Wedge, take care of these twerps. Which? Well, I seem to be done here, so I'll just be on my, I'm leaving. Move it, move it. Sorry to crash the party. Are you crazy? Just shut up. I haven't played Ocarina, and when I try to, I'm like, it was just after my time. And so, like, trying to play Ocarina it's work. I will say that. Alright, I don't know if I could card him, so I'll just draw and get Protect. Oh, Asuna, I forgot about that. One of the best defensive status junctions in the game. Arguably the best. That Protect and Shell. I think Protect and Shell Protect, it's been a while. One. Jesus fucking Christ. But I too hope they do a good job with Ocarina, just because, like, I want to be able to play it and, like, understand why everybody loves it. It doesn't grab me right now. I have the game on my computer right now, and every time I try to play it, I'm just like, my old hands just don't do what they used to do. Alright, we're just gonna fucking kill you. I gotta make sure I draw a siren. And again, the boss battle, while good, is not as good as Final Fantasy VII boss battle music. Just not even close. Like, it's hard to give something a 10 out of 10, but Final Fantasy VII boss music is pretty fucking close. Now, I know I should draw a bunch more Asunas because it's real hard to find it later on, but I'm just not going to try to spend all the fucking time doing it. Not at this moment. Later I will. I mean, generally speaking, Final Fantasy music is OP. Oh, fuck. I didn't realize that was how that worked. Okay. Welp. The problem with this asshole is that he has really strong magic attack. Nice. Oh, shit. I didn't draw a Siren. Doubles already? What the fuck? Okay, so he has Cure, so that's cool. I will just... Mine was Final Fantasy VI. My cousin was a huge influence on me. He was the person who got me into drawing. I'm not good at drawing by any means. Man, I should draw some fucking doubles, but I'm not gonna worry about that either. 6 was great because he had I don't know where he went, but he left his SNES, FF6, and various other games like, you know, Super Mario World, stuff like that, at my grandmother's house, and I was staying over at her house every now and then. I mean, I will, but I'm not worried about it right now. Like I said, you know, it's like, oh shit, here we go. Here. So this is why I'm not worrying too much about drawing the double. Sure, it's good to draw, but I don't want to take all that time right now. I mean, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be up, but maybe next... So, I mean, I know it's good, but I don't have a lot of junctions. Plus, one thing that's also very important is that I'm also working towards the speedrunner methodology, and I'm going to be able to get a lot of doubles that way. So, gotta remember that. But yeah, my cousin, he left his SNES and a couple of games over at my grandmother's house. One of which was Final Fantasy VI. I tried to start playing his save game. That was a bad idea because he was in the latter half of the second half of the game, and I was like, I don't know what I need to do. So I started over, and it is still one of my favorite games of all time. So, and then like because of that, I started playing Final Fantasy VII. I got to be able to play Final Fantasy VIII. My friends and I, we all bought the game on release. And, you know, we all beat the game in pretty decent time, like within a couple of days. Because, like, that's all we had to do in life. I think at the time we didn't even have school. Because it was... No, we had school. It was February 11th. So, we had school, but who fucking cares about school when you have Final Fantasy VIII? Like, I didn't get to play Final Fantasy VII for years because I didn't have a PlayStation at the time. And... I want to say the first game that I bought for my PlayStation was actually Metal Gear Solid. I had the demo of Metal Gear Solid for like years. Like my mother bought it for me. And then I think that might have been the first game that I ever bought for myself. But then Final Fantasy VIII came out. I don't remember the time frames. I'd have to look them all up and all that kind of crap, but oh shit, Zell. What do we got? I'm terrible at this, by the way. Shit, I'm not gonna get the Burning Rave. Yep. Alright. Oh, we're done. Cool. Yeah, then my friend got like so like for Final Fantasy VII rather, let's go back to that. I never got to play it on my PlayStation 1 for a very long time. In fact, I don't think I ever bought it until after the PS1 came out. Like, I didn't even have a DualShock when I got mine. No, I think I actually did get a DualShock when I got mine. And oh, now he gets boost. Cool. Okay. Siren. But what I did was I spent the night over at my friend's house, and he had Final Fantasy VII, and I watched him play it. And holy fuck, we were wrecked when the end of the first disc happened, as many people are. But like, the best fucking CG cutscene in that entire game, when like I watched him basically play the whole game in one playthrough. It was nuts. But what's the best CG cutscene in that game? Well, the Mako cannon, baby. So fucking cool when it goes off. And I think that's why I like the communications tower thing going off, because it has a lot of the same elements to it. You know, the switches flipping and the powering up and all that. It's just badass. I'm just a messenger. In order to withdraw, it takes priority. I don't want to miss the vessel. What time did you say? Like I said, all seed members and seed candidates are to withdraw at 1900 hours. Assemble at the shore. 1900 hours. We only have 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes to get down to the shore. Better run. Okay, so the first one I just run down, because that's where the spider comes from. The second one I just have to run right across. The third screen is when I have to walk. What the hell does he think he is? Why don't you ask him? Let's go. But I also got to heal up if I need to heal. I got a junction up. I have all the time that I have to deal with too. Let's just put Siren on you. Fuck it. Magic. What we got? Scan, Blizzard. Okay. Nothing on her. What are we doing? GF. What's Coddle? Learn. We're gonna go back to card mod. Do you need to learn anything? Vitality. Still working on that. Not worried about the rest of it, because I mean I'm getting into a fight with a goddamn mechanical spider soon. What do you need? Tool refine is going to be important. Move find item will be necessary too later, so alright. Alright. Yeah, my cousin was pretty influential when it came to video games. Like, not only did he because he essentially left the PlayStation or the SNES, but then he left Diablo 2 and Warcraft 3 at my grandmother's house later on when he left. So, and I had already started playing Blizzard games through Warcraft 2 via the computer, because my friend who he was the one that had the he was the one that I watched basically play all of FF7 in one day. he was playing Warcraft 2, and I was like, well, I want to play Warcraft 2 too. So I played Warcraft 2 as well. We're just gonna... Oh, fuck it. Let's Quetzalcoatl their asses. See how well it works. And so we would literally play while on the phone with each other. So I'd be playing Warcraft 2 on my computer, talking to my friend who was playing Warcraft 2 on his PlayStation 1. Like, my life is so fucking weird. Obviously, this was before Discord and TeamSpeak. And then, you know, of course, we played EverQuest, World of Warcraft. Man, I had a situation where I was trying to get a specific button on here. It's the little share button, but DuckStation doesn't want to fucking pay attention, doesn't want to register it. And I think it's because of some weird update that happened. Because every time I push it, there'd be some shit that would pop up. So like I said earlier, I had to like go into the registry editor or whatever, get rid of it. And now it's just like, whatever. Because I used to like get pretty close to 250 with Quetzalcoatl when I would do a boost. So I have to beat him once, run away from that fight. And obviously it's not a spider, it's got 4 legs, but everybody calls it a fucking spider. And Zell can punch the living shit out of him. I'm only really doing this for this specific. Alright, so we're gonna... Ow. Not really, but... Only problem is I'm actually kind of taking too much time doing this, but it's whatever. Oh yeah. This is the game that taught me how to fucking go ham. Alright, 150 is good. Not what I want, but it's good. 1,000 is worth it, I would say. Let's get the hell out of here. Alright, so now I'm saving right there on that screen, just in case I fuck things up here. So I have to run into the next screen. You get about halfway, it starts showing up. I have to continue running. Pretty sure. We'll see in a second. Okay, maybe not halfway. Forget it, let's go! Now I have to go straight left, because it'll jump up the side. Now I have to walk the whole way down, because if you even run, it'll just jump right on top of you. And then once I'm past this screen, let's save it again here. Alright. Doesn't do anything here. And the next screen should be... Well, there's that, of course, but... The next screen should be the bridge. And then that's when I can kill it. He's going to jump over me and then run at me. Alright. Now it's time to try to actually kill this fucker. So the first thing everybody's going to do is cast Protect on themselves through draw. Actually, fuck it. It's fast enough, so... I hate that it's, like, not predictable. But hey, I got up to 164 that time. Hell yeah. When I was younger, I was able to get it up to 200 at times. 180 was usually my normal. We're not running. It's not happening. Damn it, stupid nose and my stupidity to want to pick my fucking nose. Alright, 189 is not much, but it's something. Alright. This one's going to be short. Oop, 173, nice. Yeah, these old hands just, they're not the same. Gotta lock in. I know my hands aren't that old, but 45 versus 20, you know? Ah, fuck! It was up too long. Well, I got it to 121. As long as you get it above 100, you're good, because it starts at 75%, and these are all percentages. So, damn, it wasn't 1,000 plus, though. As long as you get up to like 150 or more, good. All right, play it again. Shit. It sucks when the X lasts forever. Or this one where it not only lasts forever, but it also happens too often. Close. Shiva's one of the worst. I think I used to be able to get her 200 pretty regular, I think. But she was also like super just inconsistent. Oh wait, hold on, let me... Oh, we're all still? Okay, good. Like, that's just nothing compared to Quetzalcoatl's damage. But it's something. Sounds better than nothing. Arm crush. Damn it. That one's the best one if you have like a turbo stick or like a turbo auto fire or whatever, because you can get a lot in. Yeah, fall down, motherfucker. Nope, we're not getting the hell out of here, Zell. We're sticking around and we're killing this fucker. It's highly unlikely he's going to be able to kill us in the process, so... Basically, I think the timer more or less disappears once you kill it. I can't remember. But it's not a problem either. Shit! Damn it. My finger went, like, down as I tried to pull it back up. Ugh. And at least he hits hard. And she hits for roughly the same with the thunder, so... just chipping away. Damn you. That's the worst one. At least I got over 150. $1,200 damage, baby. That's always good. I think it has like 10-ish thousand, maybe 15. I can't remember. It's dependent on level, of course. Oh, there we go. Protect wore off. It's good to know. I forgot it does that. Ooh, 175. Hell yeah. And the way that I hold my finger is basically like this. And it like cramps right here now because I be getting old, baby. Yes, Zell, it's repairing itself. Alright, so that's gonna hit 2 people. I mean, it's gonna hit them all, but Selfie's gonna take the least. Oh, never mind, that's a shell type situation, not a protect type situation. Unless hers was already gone. Nope, never mind. Squall's was on. I guess I could just try to keep people up, you know. Shit! Not gonna get it past 120. Shit! Not even 100. Fuck you, game. Oh, good, it hit her instead of Squall. Draw failed? Well, at least they all have protect now. I love that, by the way. That's like one of my favorite things about this fight. Is that they run up each with their shell. God damn, that one was close. This is one of the worst ones too. But at least I got 170, so that's good. Come on, baby, you can do it. You know you can. Come on, die. Die, spider, die. He's not dead yet, of course. It'd be funny if, like, the weakest amount of damage is what ends up ending him. That would be sad and funny. Just like, psst, he's dead. Yes, FF6 is goated. Shit. Stupid fucking fingers. Alright, 121 it is. Oh well. I mean, I still got, like, plenty of time, so. Just I want to do it faster, that's all. The fact that it's not boss music, but it's instead like chase music, is great. Okay. It was close. And you came. Yay, 1100. I have no idea how much health it has left. Probably scan it. Maybe I have scan. Nope. Oh, it's take some time, but let's see. Yes, it's repairing itself, Cell. You've seen it do it multiple times. Target. What? It didn't. Okay. Whatever. I don't think I've ever seen it where it said its health was full again. Whatever. Or maybe it's just like that all the time and it doesn't matter and you just have to do a certain amount of damage to it to essentially overload the situation. I don't know. 61 on. Or you have to kill it so many times. I don't know. Just like a spider mine. Oh, okay, so it had, well, I wouldn't really call those necessarily arms. They're closer to, I think, what the, I can't remember what they're called. But like, not the mandible. That was really close. All right, over 150. Yeah, boosting was definitely, like, just getting the boost option was definitely a worthwhile choice. If I hadn't, like, done that, I don't think I'd have been able to finish this off. I do remember a time where I played it to the point where I think I got Quetzalcoatl all of his summoning damage extras. So it's 10 plus 20 plus 30% extra. And now selfie. We're gonna do that, just to see. It's not Thundaga, sadly, but it's something. Not much. Sadly. I don't know. Aura would have been good, but like... I need to be able to do a shit ton of damage now. Or just get full cure. Why not? There's no way I'm getting the end, but... Oh, is he dead? Yes! Success! With 7 minutes to go. Hell yeah. And she couldn't cure all. 50 AP. That's ridiculous. Okay, so the timer isn't here, but I don't think I have to worry about fights, maybe? I don't remember. The dog is over here and I have to save it. Hey, come here. Well, oh, you don't have to save it. I don't have to save it now because the spider's not an issue. That's right. But I do have these, and I can't run away from them. I might just cure all with, or full cure with Selfie if it gets to that. Well, there you go. Full cure is so insane. Like, her slots ability is probably the best slots ability. It's just so good. Whoops, hit that wrong. Die, motherfucker, die. Oh, I forgot to do something. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time to do it in, but... yeah, we'll do that then. Actually... damn it. Stupid. One of my favorite things to do in this game is later on, I'll go to like the island closest to hell, and I'll have, I'll use Ifrit's Burning Rush, and as long as everybody has Drain as a status effect on their attack, they'll never die. And then it's auto battle. So like you do it once, everybody does a thing. You go, you know, wash some dishes, whatever. It's great. I don't have a whole lot of time for this shit now, but whatever. Die, bitch. There we go. I'm glad you listened to me. Also, if you have a better name for Squall's Ring, please let me know. But there is a reason why I've given it this specific name. But I don't want to give away the goat, so to speak. Until it's time, which I think again is like disc 3. Hurry! We made it in time. Great. It's so peaceful. There's nobody else on the water. It's so weird. Also, those boats are strange as fuck. And it took them like 6 seconds to get across the water. How fast are those boats? Why don't they just launch them as missiles? I know that missiles exist in this game. Man, all they did was get in my way. Being a leader ain't easy. Safe. Safe? That's more like it, I think. Good job. And I think I'm basically done with the seat test. And then later I'll cheat and get some more answers and shit so I can rank my seat up. That way I'll have money. You're free till then. Okay, dismissed. Alright, so... they took the car. Because they're dicks. Can't get that draw point yet because there goes the Mr. Ego. Might as well walk it. Alright, so... now, I could talk to Zell's mom. I don't know if I can, though. Hold on. Let's see. I know you can get the Zell card from her. Let me see. I'll have to, Mom, home. Zell, what a surprise. Are these your friends? Co-workers. Don't make yourselves too comfortable. Alright, so let's do this. Take care of Zell for me. Okay, I can't play her yet. We can't go up in his room, but there is something I think I can pick up in here. Magazine. Timber Maniacs. Not. They're like, you thought you were reading stuff? And now Zell's like, hey, don't go to my room. If you try to go up the stairs. Yo, Squall! That's my room up there. It's sacred. I was going to say scared. That's my room up there. It's scared. So just keep out. Alright. I'm going to ignore the card queen at the moment. Alright, so... ooh, what's the drop point again? I forget. Thunder. We'll get Selfie since she was using some. Even though her... yeah, her skills aren't great. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and save. I think I'm gonna call it a night. So I'm gonna let the music play. Let the music play. I forget if I press. Okay, good. Nope, music's still not playing. So, oops, let's do this. Let's play some music. And then I'm just gonna like... I'm gonna shut off my camera. Mute my mic. Put up my BRB. But in reality, we're not going to be back shortly, because I'm ending it tonight. So thank you, Dream Hoarders, for joining me and giving me something to bounce off of. I'm going to try to do this again tomorrow. I'll try to do it around, I don't know, midnight my time. Right now I haven't really found like a true schedule yet, because I've had other things that are going on, and then soon I'm going to be going to Iceland. But I'm going to leave you off of there. I'm going to mute my mic. I hope you all have a great night. Take care.